Hi, I'm Thomas Broadhead. I'm the editor of the Critical Performance Edition of the Ives Fourth Symphony. And in this video, which is a coda to the entire series, I want to ask a final question, which is, how long is the Ives Fourth? Now, you could look at the recorded literature and just see, what's the average time of all the recordings out there of the piece. But, that's not very precise. Ives gives metronome markings. Some of them are rather extreme. So the question then is, well, how long is the piece if you took it at the speed that Ives is prescribing, right? And, you can work the math out and figure it out, but then it needs to be recorded somewhere. And it would seem it would be helpful to conductors who are trying to figure out how much time they should allot for rehearsing passages. If something is a 5-minute stretch might need, 15 minutes of time, that kind of thing, depending on the difficulty of the passage. And so then the question becomes, is there any precedent in publication as to how you should display this information in a score? And in fact, there is. And it comes from our friend Bela Bartok. In almost all of his mature works, Bartok calculated the duration of each section in a piece and then had it right there in the score so the conductor could see it. And he adds all the sections up and gives you the times of the individual movements and then also the cumulative time of the entire work at the end. So here we're looking at a page from the Concerto for Orchestra, and here at the end of his section, he's indicating that it takes 50 seconds to execute by his estimation of the tempos that he's provided. And here, at the end of the first movement, he provides, again, 22 seconds as the total time it takes to play the section in question, but it's 9 minutes and 48 seconds altogether for that first movement. And then at the very end of the piece, there's 3 pieces of information: 35 seconds, which is the duration of the current section, and then the duration of that movement, the fifth movement, it's 8 minutes, 52 seconds. And then the duration of the whole work, which he estimates to be about 37 minutes. So I provide the same kind of timing information throughout the Fourth Symphony performance score using the very same format that Bartok used. Here on the page of the second movement, you can see 1 minute and 52 seconds being noted as the duration of the passage in question. If you go to the end of the second movement, I'm providing 13 seconds as the duration of the passage in question, but 11 minutes altogether is the total timing of that movement. And then if you go to the very last page of the piece, I'm showing that last passage of the fourth movement is 1 minute and 25 seconds long. The duration of the fourth movement itself is 7 minutes. And then the figure we've been seeking all along, the total duration of the symphony is 28 minutes and 40 seconds as the crow flies. So who'd ever think that there'd be so much to talk about and so much meaning contained in just 28 minutes of music?